Hello boys and girls, it's me, Yoshi here, welcoming you back to the free roam portion of my true 100% playthrough of Mario Kart World for Nintendo Switch 2, boys and girls. In the last video, we left off playing as Cheep and Auntie since we hadn't used those characters yet, and we're still trying to go through all the character uses. We're now moving on to Pianta, and I believe Tondor will be next afterwards. We did these two parts, so we'll just kind of go down the line and just kind of use them all until we've hopefully used most of them. Some of them I remember, some I don't remember, so I'll just use my memory to kind of figure out which ones I haven't used yet. We've used this one yet, though. Anyways, in the last video, yeah, we started Freeway Road, we showed off all the different collectibles, and yes, if anybody is wondering, for the 200% mode, we're doing this mode now because there's a specific requirement that requires us to get at least 10 of each of these collectibles. So we have to get 10 of each of these things. To make it up, there's a lot of them, but there's also bad news. This is 100%, so we're gonna have to get all of them. And just to show you right now, if we go to the menu, we have 12 P-switches, 5 question mark blocks, and 4 Peach medallions. That's what we're after, and we need 10 of those to get the unlockable we need. But there's another problem. To actually 100% the game, we need to get 394 P-switches, 200 Peach medallions, and 150 question mark battles. Safe to say, we're gonna be in this mode for a very long time. I will try to break it up by doing different setups, but fortunately, it's not like we can skip this mode either. We have to do this if we want to get the 100% done. Anyways, what I missed off was actually surprisingly closer than I expected. You just basically drop off this side area, which is really close to where that P-switch was, and yeah, you just get a icon from there, and yeah, you're just fine. So anyways, yeah, that's how you get that Peach medallion I was confused about earlier. I think I do want to actually go in here, so we're gonna head towards this big circular ring now, which is on the left. This should be familiar if you played a particular course on Knockout Tour mode, because of course, yeah, there's a big lava pin in the middle. It should be pretty obvious by now. So yeah. Oh, I guess also this is part of Grand Prix mode too, so there's lots of stuff. Anyways, looks like we're gonna have to go in a race. Oh my goodness, okay. So for this one, they actually throw in the other racers. And we're gonna get a bunch of as well. They just littered a bunch of power-ups and they task us with basically just using them constantly. While there's these enemies also spinning around. Quite interesting what they've done here. So now instead of this just being a normal race setup, now we're actually getting a full-on race now instead. And we have these random painters driving with us, which I think is interesting. Before, these P-switch lounges were more like mission mode, which I think I mentioned before is exclusive to Mario Kart DS. Very fun mode. Typically, you go around doing different missions and trying to do stuff. That's basically what this mode of the P-switches were inspired by, mainly. But this is definitely not in normal mission mode. I guess there were some races, but they were completely different. But now it's like, we actually get like a full reroute race here. It's a big deal. Thankfully, there is no lap setup, so it doesn't seem to matter if we beat the AI or not. We just have to beat the timer, and yeah, pretty easy. And now they're gone because we finished that race. Alright, so that gets another P-switch part done. So now we're going to go over to the left here. And get this done. We're getting this part of the track done first because it's kind of hard to get here first. So yeah, we definitely want to get this part done first, because once you go up to Bowser's Castle, you cannot return from it as far as I'm aware. I've tried, but I don't think you can return from it. So we need to be careful here as we go around and get these blue points and stuff done. That's why we're doing this area first. In the other areas, you can kind of just freely go between them, but once you're in Bowser's Castle, usually the easiest way to get out of it is to just teleport to another part of the track. It makes this area quite annoying 100% unless you do it first, which is why I decided to focus on this part first. Anyways, now from here, if we just kind of go straight on, there should be another P-switch soon. Not, maybe it's higher. It's probably higher up, isn't it? Some of them look like they're at the same spot, but in reality, some of them are actually higher up, so let's just find out. Actually, we can do a specific cheat trick here, actually. So not only can you teleport to the other main characters, but you can also teleport to where certain characters start on the map, and if you do that, you will teleport to their location, and then they will start moving. So if I teleport to Bowser Jr., I will now be playing as him, but then if we want to use our character, we can just change pack, and we'll still have our same character roster, but we'll be able to now be a new part of the map. So thankfully, because of this, it makes teleporting fairly easy, but otherwise, it can be kind of tough to do. Let's see here. We went to the back part, but found out that the section didn't work, so now, going from this top part, we need to somehow find a way to get up to yonder and basically figure out what to do from there. We basically need to be between the rain, the other Sav. Okay, I think this is actually the one we did already. I just need to check it because I don't know. Thankfully, each P-switch does have a marker. It's blue if it's not completed, but it's gray if it is completed. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is completed. Alright, so let's look at it. Yeah, so we'll mark that as acquired now. Mark all of these as acquired. There we go. Now we're gonna have to go back and do some other stuff. But first, I'm gonna probably just go around here for a bit. There could be some stuff up here. You never know. Yeah, see, we already found another P-switch. Get used to seeing this trick jump a lot, because for those of you who don't know what you do, it's basically like a trick, but basically you just do a jump. So yeah, very interesting fact to say that much. I'll say so if I do say so myself. Very interesting trick. I'll say that much. Okay, we have to pick which one. Okay, we should still barely make it, yeah. Most of these aren't really tight. Some of them are a lot tighter than others, though. Like I said, this one is kind of a balance of difficulty. Some challenges are really easy, and others are just really hard for some reason. Anyways, there's another P-switch right here, so let's go ahead and do this one. Time to navigate through a path of pipes and rains here. Oh, looks like we're gonna be riding the wall for this one. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Probably not gonna hit this for a while. Oh, interesting. It instantly respawned me. Oh wow, this is not turned great. What's even more stranger is it doesn't even like remember that I was there. Oh wow. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? Oh, I see. If you hit that part exclusively, your character will be able to basically glide for a bit. I see. So we have to trick off of that, but then navigate through the pipe maze. That's why I fell down. So we have to hit that to get our glide effect active. Otherwise, we won't be able to glide at all. That's pretty cool. They have a mission where you have to jump off of a trick shot to glide. Alright. That one just vanished eventually. Just needed that boost, man. Like I said, some of these are very challenging, others are just surprisingly easy. There seems to be no in between, really. Okay, let's start by avoiding that. Like last time. Once you know how to master the controls, especially in here, it'll make these challenges way easier. That time we made it. We try so we get back to the start of that. I think this is actually another one of the same ones we saw before initially. We're looking for a peach and jelly, in case you're wondering. I think, yeah, this is one of those where I think we have to drop down. Okay, maybe not from here. Yes, there is a rewind feature in this game, thank goodness for that. So if you get bored or mess up certain parts, you can just rewind back to where you were and keep trying as you want. So now we'll go down here instead. Maybe this will give us a little bit of a better reaction. Yeah, there we go. We found it now. This one doesn't really show us where it is, so we'll have to go down here for a bit. Some of these are in weird spots, others aren't. I don't know. Okay, this one is correct. Alright. Alright. So, we got that peach medallion now. Looking at our total now, we have 6 peach medallions. So now we have to go to where Bowser is on the map. So we can basically teleport there if we want to, or go there manually. I think I'm gonna do it manually just to make it more interesting. Alright. Okay, this is not gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna make this a bit easier. We'll just teleport to Bowser. Alright. So, we're back here now. Okay, let's try to follow this. Sorry if I am stalling for a bit, like I said, it can be very hard to figure out stuff. Okay. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, okay, we got it. Oh, that's good. We should put that on when we're done. Some of these are really great at the very least. Alright, so we got that one done. Let's move on to the actual Bowser's Castle area itself to make sure I'm not, like, tripping up, and then we can actually probably go to Bone's Burnout to get that setup done. Of course, I still want to get a good setup from that, so we'll go ahead and teleport back to Bowser since we're kind of in an awkward spot right now. Alright, yeah. Hope this doesn't get a little bit by me selecting the same character again, but please remember, this is just what you have to deal with in this mode. It can be really hard. Alright, so, from the looks of it, we're going to need to actually go to Bowser's Castle proper this time. The easiest way to do that is to just kind of follow this path and best. Right at the start of this area, though, we'll find a bunch of P-switches right by each other, so we'll start with whichever one is closest to us. Let's go for this one first. Looks like we need to use mushrooms here, which we are gonna get right away. Okay. So, interesting. If you have to respawn even once, you have to restart the whole part. Alright, so we have to use mushrooms to zip up path. We can't just do it like that. So we have to go for this no matter what. This is quite tough, especially because of that fire that pops in. Kind of interesting the way fire works. You can, if you have enough speed, you can zip over it. If it's not, then it's a potential hazard that can start bad initially, but then gets really bad if you like mess up. So yeah, we need to be very cautious here as we go along. Okay, that's probably the best place to use our mushroom. And got it done. We're already pretty close to another one, probably. So let's go ahead and just not take that so we can go around a bit. Yeah, see, we're already back anyway. Now let's just get back to here. There we go. Now we're back where we should be. I'm gonna drift around the right side now to see if we can find more P-switches over here. And sure enough, here they are. Two right next to each other, too. Okay, we can't use any mushrooms there or whatever. It says mushroom free, basically. Looks like we basically have to trip. It's gonna be tricky. Yeah, that's gonna be a try. That was not a good block placement whatsoever. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. definitely tough, because, yeah, if you thought that part was hard before, oh, they made it even harder. So we pretty much have to trick, but as you can see here, there's sort of a problem with it. If you press the jump button too early, you'll just jump instead. Actually getting the tricks can be very difficult. In fact, this might be the most annoying mechanic to get right. Because especially when you have to trick multiple times in a row, you get really annoying considering how precise this game's trick mechanic actually is. And yes, that's not a weird fail thing either. That's just something you have to deal with. Incredibly annoying, I'll say that much. So yeah, we'll go back here again. I think we'll pretty much have to get all these tricks here at the very least. Just retry that. No point in continuing that. Honestly, probably the toughest part with this one is just trying to nail those stupid tricks. For some reason, they just don't work half of the time, and other times they do. There's no in between. I think it's mostly you have to be very fast, but you also need to be... that was very unlucky. That was literally right in our path. Nothing we could have done there, so we gotta redo that immediately for better luck there, because honestly, we kind of can't really skip a lot of these tricks. We have to do this as fast as we can. Very important that we do it fast. Whoa. Okay, that almost worked, but we need a lot more. I think what our problem is right now trying to maintain our speed. So we pretty much cannot level once. We have to maintain our speed for the entire boost, which is kind of annoying. Since you're not supposed to even take mushrooms into this one. Then again, though, you can also just get items from somewhere else and bring them over to that checkpoint. We keep doing this, so that might be what we have to do. Okay, at the very least, we had our spin. Oh, it didn't matter. Got 1 second, didn't matter. Alright, so we cannot mess up once in this. We pretty much have to be perfect. Yeah, I don't like trying to be perfect, in case you haven't noticed already. And this is basically what we're gonna have to deal with throughout the entire mode. Some are pretty easy, others are just really hard for no apparent reason whatsoever. There's no in between. You just have to get lucky. Or rather, know how to do stuff. See, because we didn't have enough time there, we, again, didn't make it. Alright, this is probably one we're gonna actually have to cheese, but also, I'm not sure if you can even cheese all of them. Knowing the game, they're probably actually just gonna take your items anyway. So, because we cannot do that efficiently, we're gonna have to first explore around the path more and try to find random item boxes. Sometimes it can take a while, other times it can take not much time at all. Maybe we'll find some item boxes here that we can take out here. Sometimes taking the item boxes can be quite hard to find, but others, they're super easy to find. I don't know what's the matter with them sometimes. It can just be really hard to find them, and other times they can just be super easy to find. Okay, I don't think this area really has anything. Alright, yeah, heading back here even. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dude, how long do we have to drive before we find an item like this? Okay, well, it looks like they don't want us cheesing this one. They did their darndest to hide literally no items in this area. The big thing I want really is a star. With a star, I can just casually drive through and skip part of the tricks and probably still hit the timer easily. So yeah, anyways, looks like we can't find anything, so just gotta keep trying. Probably the hardest one we've seen so far. I just realized we can get a boost going into this. It's probably gonna help out a lot. Wow, doing that made it so much easier for some reason. Okay, we'll teleport here so we can get close to the next P-switch, which is over here. Hopefully this one's a little bit easier. Says don't get singed, Okay, so we just have to avoid the fire rails this time. Way easier than what we saw the last time. Since it seems like they do go in a particular pattern, which we can avoid. Yeah, okay, that was mostly a nice obstacle course more than anything. Easy enough. So yeah, some of them are really easy, others are really hard. Okay, so this next one should be close to... Yeah, let's go to the right-hand path again, and then we can go. Oh yeah, here it is, up here. Let's go up here. You should see something. Bullet bill for the fiery barrage. So right there, basically. I think we have to wait first. Now. So we pretty much had to time that when the flames were about to hit us to stop ourselves from getting killed there. And as you can see, now that we're at Bowser's Castle, if we were to turn around and try to exit, we can't. Unless there's like a cannon somewhere that we missed. Alright. So, looking at that now, our P-switch total has climbed up quite a bit. We got all of these done. Alright, okay. Looks like we're gonna have to actually enter Bowser's Castle now. Speaking of which, now we're at the halfway mark. We should probably do this before we forget. Oh. So, we used that character for long enough, right? So now we're gonna move on to Guy. And by the way, after this, I have a very specific setup I want to do with this, so it will make it a lot better. But for now, right now, we're trying to show off all the characters. Could be quite tricky to do, especially seeing how many there are. Alright, I was just checking stuff. Anyways, looks like the only one on this page so far is Condor, so we'll use him in this part. Anyways, this one, a little weird. I initially thought you kind of got destroyed if you just went down, but no, actually, if you just kind of hold down, as long as you don't randomly hit and turn dead, you'll literally fall down for like a few minutes, and then you'll just kind of land up here. And if you pop into here, we can do this challenge here, where we have to hitch a ride in a helicopter and free a fiery bay. Oh, so now we have to use this. Wow. Okay. So now all of a sudden we're in a vehicle. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be interesting. So not only do we have normal kart driving, but now we have vehicles for some reason. And we also pop out after a bit. Okay, well that was fairly straightforward to do. We'll just go ahead and retry that and also mark that as done. Okay, so some of the rest of these, they'll probably be easier if we just go to Bowser's Castle itself. So yeah, now we're gonna do our second full track 100%, which is Bowser's Castle itself. Oh, that's where the coin is. Oh, that's pretty easy. If there's only one Peach medallion in this track, that helps out a lot. We'll just go ahead and mark this as acquired already, because it looks pretty simple. Just gotta somehow jump up top there. Looks like we can't get up using that. Well, this time though, we do have item boxes. Thank goodness for that. I do not want to use for this golden mushroom though. That does take a while to use it. Best way to deal with that is to just purposely jump into here, because that respawns us. And we're gonna fish for feathers. For those of you who don't know, if you're struggling with particular options, one of the easiest ways to get what you need is to actually just keep fishing around for items until you find a feather. Anyways, yeah, if you guys are struggling with certain parts that require you to do like trick jumps or something, you can also just immediately keep farming items until you get a feather, and then once you actually get the feather, you just need to time it right, and we can do a really big hop onto certain sides. Anyways, we're gonna try and go for it this way. Okay, good. We got it first try, thankfully, after that long wait. So, alright, we got through that. Now we just have to go around the track and get the rest of the stuff. That's not the right way. Let's go on the main track layout first for a bit. Oh, hello. This is actually probably one of the trickier areas too, so I'll take it. Hey, we get to hop around the walls of this place, huh? Wow, this looks really cool. Nice way to finish that too. Wow, that was cool. using that will put us back over here, which we can now drive for a bit. Let's actually just go for the photo choice first and see what we can get. This place is really cool to just drive around with now. It goes so fast. Dude, 150cc, this is gonna be ridiculously fast, man. Too bad you only drive this for one normal lap. That looks amazing to do. 3-hour mode. Okay. Looks like we need to go off left for another secret research here. Ow! Okay. I believe we are able to turn around here. So we have to do tricks here now. Wow, okay, this is gonna be a little tricky to figure out. I say tricky because we're doing a bunch of tricks right now. It is what it is, man. Okay, that's a lot earlier of a timing than expected. Just realized it also takes your timing from the other shots. We didn't even cross the line from the other area, and yet we can still get that done all the same. That looks kind of hilarious, actually, to do that way. Alright, I think from here we need to go down a bit to get a question mark panel. Oh, okay, this part is tracked, so let's... let's see what this one is. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we're gonna pause this and figure out which one this is. Okay, this is pile 5. This is right here. In fact, if we go jump off here, yeah, looks like we found another panel right after the other. That was pretty nice. Sorry if this does look weird, but actually getting all these and remembering where the frick they are half the time is what's really annoying here. Definitely not easy. Okay, well, that's acquired now. Oh, let's just keep going for this for a bit. I'm mostly just doing this, by the way, because I want to make sure I'm getting everything and making sure I'm also not missing anything, because that would be really sad if I go through all this to find out I've missed one item somehow. Okay, let's just retry that. That's probably easier than doing it that way. So we'll just try this again. Did not expect to have to immediately trick onto that. I'm not gonna lie. It's surprising if you ask me. Okay, we got on it the second try, and so yeah, we should be done here. Let's actually see. Like, we're already on a good spot. Why don't we just stay up here and check for secrets? Okay, nope. Nope. Alright then. We'll just drop down here. Oh, there's Navin. I I wonder what happens when we catch him. We've seen him around before, but what happens if we actually, like, catch him? We've never really done that ever. He's pretty fast. You don't have to use a knife. Okay, it looks like we caught him. Either that or he went somewhere else. Okay, he probably got away for the most part. I think we probably get certain cool things if we can catch that. Alright, let's go for this secret stitch now. Yeah! Cannot do it, apparently. Alright, let's keep going. Race on a course filled with Bowser's minions, huh? Oh, now we have to actually do another full course. Okay, cool. Okay, there's lots of people here now. So this is our second full course race now. Completely different spot now. We also don't have a way to skip those shock guys that we had to deal with initially. You know, on Knockout Tour. Those are guys? Yeah, we saw them. There. Oh, looks like they're actually using items too. Before they weren't, now they are, sort of. At the very least, they're using bananas. This will be interesting. What happens? The faster we go, though, the better off we'll be. Okay, well, slowly but surely we're making our way through here. Alright, we made it. It's nice when we have to do, like, an extra full course, which is a little bit different from Bowser's Castle normally. Like, versus just the actual course we see on Grand Prix. I feel like it brings a nice change of pace. If I want to say so myself. Alright, so I think that was both of them. Okay, wait, that was only one, interestingly. Alright. Oh, hang on. We can go... Hang on. Let's start from the start line again, and then go for this one. Ooh, okay, we made it up here. Oh wait, this is the... No wait, this is the other one we got. Oh, I see. Okay, well in that case we gotta just retry this instead. And just keep going for question mark battles instead. Okay, we're gonna have to go all the way back up on the right now, so we're gonna do that right away. For those of you who don't know, Bowser's Castle now, at least in this area, has this edge that we have to go to get a few items. Also, I think I just found the exit on that place. I thought there literally was no exit to this place, but now I know. Oh, here we go. There's a question mark panel right as I speak. Alright, we'll just check to make sure what it is. Get for that. Yeah, okay, this is the correct one. So we can basically mark that as acquired, because if we go back over here, we can drop off this and get a question mark panel activated. Yay. Another question mark panel. You can tell this is gonna get really tedious after a while. Also, we can't even see where we are once we're in the track. I think we have to go backwards now. So let's actually just go back here first. That will give us something. Oh yeah, even better actually. We can go up here maybe. Wonder if there's anything up here. A lot of free roam mode, by the way, especially early on, if you're just trying to find stuff, is gonna be having to explore every single nook and cranny, explore every other area, basically all that stuff. Yeah, well, that didn't take long at all. So just doing that got me a question mark panel just like that. Huh, how about that? So, that leaves us with one more then. Oh, this is different. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what makes it weird. Oh, that was a different question mark panel I found. I see. Alright, looks like we're going back over here for a bit. Alright. Let's go up here. So yeah, you could go for these panels and pop in different areas too. Okay, it looks like we got all of them here, actually. Yeah, we got them all. Yeah, I think this was the other one now. Yeah, that's right, you just go up here. Alright, well, we got that stuff done, then. Alright, well, we're pretty much already almost done with that, which is it. But anyways, I guess I should mention something. I tried to leave this days before, earlier, but whenever I tried to do it, for some reason, I just wasn't really working well. Either I was getting OP or, I don't know, I fought when I first played this mechanic. I could not leave this area no matter how hard I tried. It seemed a little bit too difficult for me, but I just realized there are warp pipes here as well. Maybe if we use one of those, we'll be able to get some stuff done. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, actually. Okay. Put me there. Alright, now let's go back up here. Let's try to get this done the correct way. Now, let's go here. Maybe this will take us out of the castle. Yep, I knew it. This is how we escape. Wow. Well, now I know how to escape this place. If you're wondering why I wanted to do this a specific way, I initially thought once you got out of here, the only way to get out was to teleport out of the part to a different spot of the map, but yeah, sure enough, yeah, we just kind of dropped down from here and bam. We got, out of the map just like that. Now we can actually, explore a bit more. Let's actually go ahead and explore for a bit. I don't mind doing so. Probably won't work well, but it doesn't help to give it a try once in a while. Alright, so, looking at this now, yes, we have done all of Bowser's Castle now. Now we just need to go back to the free roam map itself, and now we're going to look at more of the other features here. Alright, let's not go back to the start for now, though, so we can see more about this. That might help us out a bit. Alright. Let's go over here for a bit. Something else I want to check before we end this episode. Otherwise, we're probably going to be mostly done with Bowser's Castle, except for probably the Peach Medallions would be last. Not that one. It would have to be this one. Okay, this is... Oh yeah, this is a great color. Alright, so we already did this one. Perfect. Alright. Well, that's been marked as acquired then, and yeah, this kind of is gonna be the end of the episode. Let's actually quit free roam this time, so we can change our equipment though. So... yeah. Oh, let's equip that one specific one I liked a lot. This one right here, because it just looks really cute. There's pearls like that. Anyway, yeah. We got a bunch of stickers. We got a whole bunch of collectibles now, and this is only the beginning of this part. It is only going to take longer from here. Keep in mind, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this very fast, but then again, I'm trying to be efficient. I'm trying to focus on each area one by one, figuring out where everything is, and just kind of going from there. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this video. Until then, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue through this very, very long mode. Don't worry, I promise to break it up at some point. I just need to get just hear me out here. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace.